Bienvenidos a nuestro curso. This introduction is, I'm using Spanish 2, but if you're in Spanish 4, 3, or 1, it doesn't really matter. It's all the same information. Let's talk first about the huge elephant in the room. And you're looking at it right now. It's red. What I did to get in the course, I clicked on start here. Okay. Here's the elephant in the room. It's huge and in red. You have to take an orientation quiz by the deadline. It is a state mandated deadline because the state pays most of your tuition. I am hugely expensive, and the state pays most of my salary, and they want to know that you are in the class, or they don't want to pay your tuition, or me. So in order to prove that, you need to take the orientation quiz. And before you go, oh my God, I can't find it, it's right here. Click on it. It's in English. It's really simple, and all you have to do is take it. You don't need to get 100%. You need to take it. Okay? If you don't, the consequences are here. I have zero flexibility. The state mandates this deadline. So why not just pause this video and go and do that now and get it out of the way, okay? Please. Every semester, there are several students who go, well, I didn't see it, or you didn't tell me. I'm telling you right now, and it's in huge red letters. And you will not be reinstated because you're proving to me that you're going to wait a week and a half to take a quiz that takes 5 minutes. That's a sure recipe for disaster down the line when we have bigger deadlines. So no, you will not be reinstated, period. Okay. All right, let's take a more friendly tone here. Here's your orientation quiz. You click on it, take it. Like I said, it's easy. Just please do it by the deadline. And then we have the syllabus is in here, and the grading, and the essential course information, college policies, blah, blah. Let's start with this one. Essential course information. A lot of just general information. This is important. Buy the book or materials. This is really no physical book. From the bookstore, ACC bookstores, or from VHL using the link that I will post. Do not try to buy from the publisher any other way. Why? Because if you try to go to the VHL website and buy a textbook, you may get a book, but you won't have access to the online materials. Or you may buy the online, but not the full online. Or you may buy the wrong book. There's a million things that can go wrong if you try to do it on your own. Just please, listen, I know what I'm doing. I'm trying to help you, so don't defeat me by trying to go a different route to get the materials. If you already have them, that's great. They're good. If you bought them the way that was instructed in Spanish 1, you probably need nothing because the code would be good for 3 years. But if you need to buy materials, buy them new and buy them from the ACC bookstore or from VHL. It's about $140 from VHL, and it's good for direct from the publisher, and it's good for 36 months. All right. There's another video on that. If you go to our Vimeo channel, you'll see. I made a video about how to buy it, okay? And I will give you the in the announcements. There is a link to the place to buy the book. We get a discount. It's not $140 for everybody else. It's like $180. So you save $40 right there. Anyway, let's go on. Never buy used access codes. Why? Because they're used. They can only be used once. So somebody else used it. So you can't use it again. You can't share a code. You have to have your own code. So you got to go buy one, all right? And you need the 6th edition for now. What else? Okay, you need to create an account on VHL. It's pretty simple. I have Vimeos about that too. Let's go further down. When you get to the super site, here's some information about it, what to do on VHL, everything except I'm listening, I'm waiting, the orientation quiz. Right. Do that now. That is here in Blackboard. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else in Blackboard. Everything is on VHL. You got your assignment calendar, and you got your practice, homework, and tests, okay? And that's what the assignment calendar looks like. Please use the assignment calendar, okay? If you try one of these other ones, it's going to make a huge, long, scary list of things, and you can't tell what's practice, what's homework, and what's the test. So use the calendar, and then it's broken out. I know you can't see this, but it says practice, homework, test. And then you just click on each one. Practice first, homework second, and then test last. All right, here's the link to the Vimeo channel. I'm not going to click it yet. We'll see it later. Okay, and on Vimeo, these are terrible videos because I made them myself, and I'm not a videographer. But they will help you with things like using Gustar and buying materials, and anything that I thought was a little bit difficult, I've tried to explain there in a video. Your technology, please don't try to do this on a phone. You might be able to, but I take zero responsibility if it doesn't work. Okay, it's not designed to work on a phone. You can try, but if you enter a test and it crashes, you're not going to get another opportunity, so I wouldn't do that. Okay. Communicating with me is pretty easy. Don't text me. First of all, this is a landline, so you can't. I need your full name in class because it's this. When you email me, it comes to my email without a class name attached, so I don't know which one you're talking about. I need to have your section number too because I have several sections. I have 5 classes this summer, so I don't know which one you're in. I try to learn all the names, but there's a lot of you. Okay. You can call me whenever you want. It doesn't really matter. I don't care if you call me at 3 in the morning. I'm not going to answer, but you can. Leave me a message with your number. For some reason, it doesn't record the number you called from. I don't know why. But anyway, it doesn't. So you can call me, leave a message, and I usually return the call within 24 hours or less. And I try to meet your schedule. Yeah, if you need office hours, whatever, feel free. Email, call. If you have a long question, I can't write paragraphs in email, so just call me and we'll talk about it, help you out. All right, testing, you do it on VHL. You can only use your brain, nothing else. If you have an SAS, Student Accessibility Services directive, then I need to have that before I can give you any accommodations. And I'm happy to give you accommodations, but you got to go through them, okay? You must use accents, blah, 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 blah. Warning, don't cheat. You can read through here, but basically, if you cheat, I'm going to report you to the dean. You'll probably not pass the class. One of the things that the college has started doing is that, yeah, I'm well aware. Some of you will try to cheat and then boom, you'll withdraw. They can reinstate you, and I've seen this happen where the college will reinstate you in the class to give you an F. I know. So you've withdrawn because you cheated, and they go, back in that course and get an F. And then that F stays there. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. I can help you. Okay? I've even seen students copy my work from the internet and paste it into a test. I don't know what students are thinking sometimes. I've been doing this since Taft was president. That's like 300 years ago that I've been doing this course. So I know what's out on the internet. They say Al Gore invented the internet. No. I did. Okay. And I put those answers there. So I know what is out there. So don't cheat. Please. I don't want the trouble. You don't want the trouble. You don't want to fail. I don't want you to fail. I want you fluent in Spanish. I want you going down to Mexico and having a nice vacation where you can blah, blah, blah with all the locals. And that's what I want. I do not want to be following your cheating. So don't cheat, please. Okay, next. You have to use accents and punctuation. It's a college class. There are no makeup tests. There's no deadlines are not extended. If you need help, I am here. I'm happy to help you. All right. About help. If you need help with Spanish, that's me. If you need help with Blackboard, ACC Help Desk. You need help with Vistas, talk to Vistas. Okay, and they're very good actually. This doesn't happen as much anymore, but when we first started doing classes online, students would ask for assistance with their specific computer, and I don't know. There were like 10 million different types of them, and I don't know. So if you think you're going to have trouble with your computer, go to the college and use one of our free computer labs. Okay. All right, additional help. We have tutors, free, online as well, and at most campuses. Feedback, you'll get stuff back from me in a week about or less. And I try to give as much feedback as possible. I usually make the feedback in an announcement because most students, unfortunately, do not read the comments I make in the test. So if you need more or better feedback, by all means, let me know. I'm happy to do it. I just don't want to waste it, you know? All right, blah, blah. Here's again. This is important here. Do not use grammar or vocab we have not learned. The idea here is to show me that you read the chapter and that you can do the work that is included there. For example, let's talk about like, I don't know, chapter 1, where you learn el and la, or how to tell time. And we only learn the numbers to 30. And then you go, oh, son las 6:45. Well, we hadn't learned above 30. So where did you learn the number for 45? You're creating suspicion and you're raising red flags when you do this. And that means I'm going to give extra attention to your test and look carefully through it to make sure that you didn't cheat. Don't make me do that. I don't want to do it either. Just answer the questions. Use what we've learned, okay? And you can read through the rest of that. Extra credit, you can read down here, okay? All right, that covers this section, which was what again? The college does this to me. The course content. Let's look at that, okay? I put the deadlines in here, I believe. All right. Oh no, we missed something. Let's go back to the start here. We only did the essential course information. Syllabus is in here. It's up there. You can click on it here. It kind of says the same as the orientation, but there it is. And here are all your deadlines. I know it says October. I'll fix it. These will be fixed by the time you look at it. And here's your grading, how it's graded. Okay. Deadlines are not extended. I feel like I say this millions of times. They're not extended. I've given you the maximum amount of time I can to complete them. So please. Yeah, and the grading scale, extra credit, we talked about that, and deadline extensions. No, there are none. Okay, so that's that. Notice that, you know, I hate to have to define, because I know you know what a deadline is. And you don't need me to say it, but I'm going to anyway, just so we are crystal clear. A deadline is the last second that you can turn in an assignment. If you go over it, even by a second, you are late. Now, why am I so mean? I'm not mean. I am putting a deadline and you need to meet it. So meet it. You have all week to do it. I realize we're in a summer session, so a little bit faster, but you have the time to do it. You need to set aside the time to do it. I cannot and will not extend the deadlines. You need to just do the work. Okay? All right. What else? That was that. Let's go back over here. We're in essential course information, syllabus, schedule. Okay. This is just all sorts of stuff the college puts in here. I encourage you to read it, but you may know a lot of this. It's not particularly part of our course, but the college puts it in every course. So there it is. All right. And then we got down here, technical support. It tells you where to get technical support. Okay. I think they spelled VHL wrong. But again, distance learning puts this in here, so I'm not supposed to change it. Okay, so I believe this is supposed to be VHL contact. Okay, and then nice, they didn't even include that in there. So anyway, let's get rid of that. If you need help with Vistas, you know what? Let me just remove that. I'll take that one out. VHL privacy policy. Who knows if these links work, but you don't really need them. Maybe the help desk you do. VHL, I'll show you how to do that in another video. All right, so we got through just about everything now, right? Is there anything else we did? Okay, course content. Oh, no, we're still at start here. Yeah, we looked at everything, technical support. All right, let's go to the course content. And it's really easy. Again, right? Do that orientation quiz. Getting started. There's not a whole lot here. It says to go back over to the start here. If you need review, you have the previous chapters of your book to review. And then here's what we're doing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It says the same thing in each one of these, and I'll just read one of them. the college puts these three things in here, and read them if you wish. Here, what you need to do: read chapter lesson 6, right? They forgot to put something in here. Then you should do the practice, okay? Show what you've learned, and then you do the homework, and then you take the chapter test, okay? And there's a recapitulación section in each chapter. That would be recapitulación means a review, so you can do that as a quick review. And Vimeo channel, again, there's a link to that here, okay? So that should say the same thing in lesson 7. We'll go take a peek at lesson 7, okay? All right. Okay, here, right? Practice. So you read, then you do the practice. Read, do the practice, do the recapitulación, and then complete the homework. Now, what counts for a grade? Reading, I'm not going to give you any grade on that. It's up to you. You need to read because you got to take the test. The practice, I also don't count because I don't feel like I should penalize you for getting things wrong. The practice is your opportunity to get things wrong and then ask me questions, and I'll help you. The recapitulación, you can do that, okay? The homework counts for your grade. It's 20%, okay? All of the homeworks together, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And yeah, if you do 75% or more, I'll give you another 5% on that. All right, and then take the test. So that's the order you should do: read, practice, homework, take test. All right, and they're all due either on Sundays or Wednesdays. Okay. All right, so that's it. That's in here. Okay. Let's go to take a peek at. Oh, let's go back and just make sure we covered everything. Hang on. Did we? Yeah, all the lessons here, okay? There's no giant final. There is a final, but if you are keeping up with the work, it's no different than any other test. What else? Your grades are here. There was one other thing. Oh, the Vimeo channel. Let's take a look at the Vimeo channel. All right, so we're done with Blackboard. That's all that's there. Now, what's on Vimeo? Let's take a look. Hopefully this link works. Yep, here it is. Okay, so when it says Chap 0, that means things to... oh, look, I can get cash back. How cool. All right. These are, when it says Chap 0, it means these are introductory things, like before the course starts, or if you want to buy an extra book, like you want a printed one, but you don't want to spend $1 million. I've given you information how to get one cheaply, like $10 here. When I say that, it's an extra book. It does not substitute for buying the course materials. How to find the assignments, some tips on how to study, and then chapter 1, and then it goes on. I mean, 2, 3. So you need 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, or you can review here. And again, they're terrible, but I do try to help you with tips on the Vimeo channel, so you can link through there. All right, and then the last thing we need to do is take a peek at VHL. Is here, okay? Let me open it, and then you need to join it. I can not really show you because I already have an account. You need to go to vhlcentral.com, Vista Higher Learning, vhlcentral.com, and you sign up. That's the wrong college. Let's go to Austin. And so you have all these courses, okay? All right. Now, what do you need to do? You enter the course. This is yours, June 18th. Remember, this is the VHL stuff. You still have to do that orientation quiz by June 11th. So June 18th, you have stuff due. But when you click here, look at the mess it created. Oh, it made it nice. Okay. If you go to assignments or activities. Oh, I got to look at the student view. Let me enter it as a student. Sorry. Let's go back. Where's the student view? View as a sample student. All right, let's go take a peek in there. So you got it, blah, blah, blah. Sign up for VHL, join our course, okay? And then you agree to all this stuff. And if you want to enroll in a course, you can do it here, okay? I urge you to immediately enroll in a course. If you can't afford the materials right now, you're going to have to buy them at some point. I can give you a 2-week grace period, but you have to enroll in the course. Let me go over here, and I'm going to show you something in German. I know it's not, you're not taking German, but let me show you what happens. I can give you this one, okay? See, this person has no access, okay? So what I would do then is click on students, right? And then this person does not have access, and I would give a grace period, and I've given one already. So your name would be up here. But if you're not enrolled in the course, I can't give you a grace period. So enroll in the course, okay? Let's go back over here. View as sample student. Enroll in the course, okay? And then once you have a code from VHL, you enter it. Then that you have to buy that, okay? And then you put it in there and put your code there, redeem, blah, blah. Okay, and then boom, you need to enroll in a course, and that's going to look like this. Here, Vistas. And you want Altanero, that would be me. Many of these are grayed out because I don't want anybody enrolling in them yet because I'm making this video early. But you should see open ones, okay? And they're going to say SU for summer, okay? Make sure you check your section number. I don't know which one's yours, okay? Make sure you check it and choose the right one, okay? You just do that and enroll, okay? I've already enrolled, so I'm not going to do that. All right, so once you're enrolled, it's going to look like this huge mess that I told you about. Skip it, go over to the calendar, and nothing, okay? Go to June, okay? And here's your first homework practice. The test will show up. It will be blue as well, but I don't open it early because there's always somebody who tries to get into the course and steal materials. So I don't release those until everybody's in the course. So practice, huge, huge, huge. So what it's going to do, you want this assignment list so you can see all these things. You don't have to do them all. You may know them, some of them. But, they're helpful. So go through and do what you need to do or what you want to do. I don't check to see if you did it. I assume that you'll do what you need to do, okay? And then after you finish the practice, you want to go to the homework, and you can see here there's a big long list of homework, and that is not in the book, okay? It's based on the book, okay? So how do you prepare? Let's go over here to Learning Tools and go to the vText. Move it down, okay? Most of you probably know this. I get rid of this black bar because it's a pain in the rump. And you're going to start with either 6, or if you're in Spanish 4, you're going to start with 15. Click on your chapter. Let's just start with 6 here, okay? And read. I like one at a time, and I like it bigger. So what I suggest is you go to, let's say we're in chapter 6, that you go all the way down to vocabulario, and you memorize this vocabulary, because if you don't know the vocabulary, you're not going to understand the lesson, okay? So do that, and then, this is all explained in Vimeo, by the way, as well. And then these are the grammar points, 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, 6.4, and there's 4 per chapter. And you need to know these things. You need to know the difference between saber and conocer. You need to know the indirect object pronouns, preterite irregular verbs, and demonstrative pronouns and adjectives. Okay, and then you read through the rest of this. Now let's take a quick look. If you go to this next page, there's some exercise. Well, whoops, let's go back. This, when it's kind of greenish, and you may need to just move your cursor up and down the page to find out. This green means I've assigned something as practice. There is no homework that comes directly from the book. It comes from the homework. You have to go to the calendar. And all right, let's look over here. See the green again? This little thing means mouse. Okay. So you click on it. This exercise will then pop up. Okay. See, and it's written this way, and here's the listening part of it and everything. So this is one way to do no, of course it kicked me out, right? Let me get back to where we were. June. We were looking at the VTEX, sorry, that's going to be down here somewhere. The student edition. All right, so it takes you to the assignment, and it's the same. If you go through the calendar and click on practice, it's still going to take you to what we saw. So either way, I suggest reading the book, because that's the way to do it, and then you click on these for practice. Maybe you don't need all 3 or 4, maybe you just need 1. Okay, see how you're doing, and then make your judgment call whether you need to do them all or not, and then just keep going through. I want to warn you, sorry, I forgot. Sometimes after the contextos, which is the first 2 pages of the chapter that we just saw, they hide stuff like this, these colors, And this particular concept is not covered elsewhere. So you gotta look there for one thing. And then you get the fotonovela, which I'm sure you're familiar with. Complete little exercise. Very easy. And to watch the fotonovela, let me go back over there. There's here, right? Click on it, it'll show it. All right. And keep going. And then there's some pronunciation practice. And then you need to read this. There's sometimes questions on the test about the readings. And if you read them, you'll know. You don't have to memorize them. You'll know. Okay. Next, and then we start the estructuras, which I talked about. I'm going to skip through them. Well, I'm not going to. Here's the explanation. And then blue, super easy. Okay. And it's probably assigned. Yeah, it's assigned. And then the next one is a little harder, and then the most hard. Okay. So that's how you do that. And then here's the next subject or next concept. And then after all those, here's that recapitulación I talked about. Okay. And that's a review. And then after that, we have an adelante, which I usually don't do much with. It's helpful if you need it. And then here's some more practice on it. And then you have a writing if you want, and then escuchar, and then en pantalla, which is these are sometimes difficult because they're not made for you. They're stuff that VHL took from TV. And the Flash Cultura as well. This one in particular is kind of hard to understand, but you should watch them, okay? And then you read the panorama, and then you're at the end of the chapter. So that's how VHL will work with its book, okay? And when you do the book, you'll be ready to do the practice first, then the homework, and then take your test, okay? And I think that covers everything. Take that orientation quiz. I don't think there's anything else. If there are questions or anything, please let me know. I'm around. I'm usually in from 1 to 3. That's a great time to call. But like I said, you can call whenever. It doesn't really matter. And I'll try to help you out. I think that's it. Yeah. If you have any, like I said, any questions, comments, please let me know.